Okay, I know this is gonna sound cheesy, but I gotta give a shout out to all of the people. Not my people, just the people. The people. Okay, all the people who I appreciate. I just had a really nice conversation with my two friends, John and Carrie Lee of the Miller family, and out there in Manitoba, in Winnipeg, and Winnipeg is the center of something or other. Anyway, there's a building there called the Legislative Building. Highly Freemasonic. What does it all mean? I don't know. This is why I got to give a shout out to everybody. I want to thank everybody for being a part of my journey and being a part of the greater journey of figuring all this stuff out, of learning. I can't do it without you, and there's so many people out there who I haven't met, I've had conversations with, who, spark something in me to think about this or think about that, or not to think about it rather, but to learn about it, to figure something. I had a really nice talk with a guy, a hotel clerk tonight named Corey, and we were talking about this and that and whatever, and I just got to this point where we all need to be singing. We need to be singing. Somebody told me this once, that I'm singing all the time in a psychological way, in this I don't know, but I'm singing all the time, like it's always from the heart. And perhaps that's what gives me the courage to talk to the police officers like I do. I know everybody has this courage. Maybe it's just not coming out all the time. And sometimes, sometimes I don't have that singing going on. I really don't, around certain people. But you know what? It's not who you are. It's what comes out of you in certain situations, because you want to be the best you can in any given situation, and the best that you can in any given situation changes. It's subject to change. So here's my shout-outs. I'm trying to get this into me so that it'll help, right? Hemp, like smoking it isn't ideal apparently, but getting it inside you, you can tell it sort of wakes you up, I guess. It wakes you up to the life that's inside you. Like Bob Marley said, it reminds you of what it's like to be natural. Okay, so I've already said thanks to Carrie Lee, and from lifting the veil. Okay, yes, you can become stupid when you're on marijuana because you're relaxing. When you're on it, you're not really on it when it's in you. When your cannabinoid receptors are being fired. I'm not too far from Toronto, by the way. I know people don't like just listening to me. Maybe they do. But I would suggest that you shouldn't be watching YouTube right now. You should be finding some love. Finding somebody to love, or loving yourself, or actually always loving the creator. Whoops, I dropped it. It wasn't quite done, but we'll say it's done. Anyway, Frankie G, my brother, you are the man. I must thank you for all of the inspiration that you have no clue about, that you have done, that you have inspired in my life, that you have been a part of. Okay, so yeah, everybody, all these people in part. Wonder, I love you, man. You're amazing. Thank you. Talisman, where'd you come from? You're fantastic. Joy, you're not a preacher. I mean, not a reverend. I mean, anyway, thank you to all these people for all of the countless inspiration. I cannot even explain it. I don't even understand it myself. They say trust. It says to trust no man. And verily, I say to thee, I barely trust myself sometimes, because I can do things I can't predict what I'm going to do tomorrow in any given situation that I can't foresee right now. There's another thing about psychology, you know, when you go to sleep at night and you dream about things, does it prepare you for the actual event if you were to experience that next event the next day? That same event the next day? I don't know. I don't think so. Okay, so back to the people and the thank you and authorized representative, you know who you are. Dimitri. You already know, I've told you. But this isn't about how I feel. This is just a simple thank you. Straight up thank you. Thank you. Like, you are as inspirational to me as Grasshopper Media is to me. Because Grasshopper Media is just an idea that I made. That I didn't make it. Sorry, that's the thing. It's all about the words, and I keep screwing up. I didn't make Grasshopper Media. It was an old guy I'm talking to, okay, and he told me about the grasshopper and the ant thing, and it was a good idea, and then said that I was like a joker in the king's court kind of thing. And the joker always gets to tell the truth without getting his head cut off. So I was inspired by saying that maybe I can get more truth into the world by joking around. So inspired, took the two things that he said, put them together kind of thing, grabbed a camera, blah blah blah. Anyway, and no, that was the inspiration that I used to interview Royal Gallipo, and then 9/11 happened. Or 9/11 with Richard Gage stuff and all that sort of stuff. Can you see the patterns? I can't. There's this new show on TV called Touch or something like that. Anyway, so everything on TV, the conversation I had with Corey, none of you know, but it's all about TV and how it's everything on TV is to get us to vote, and what we vote for has nothing to do with what's on TV. If you can grasp that concept and its implications, it's astronomical. We're in the land of Oz, people. Okay, let's start with Kanaska, of course. Zach, I miss you. Love you, buddy. Janie. Sonia. All of the Truther girls. And Karen, I miss you. Haven't seen you in a while. Who else? You see, this is just me rambling and talking about it and just going over these thoughts in my head. What are these thoughts? I might try and end this at 9/11 and try and get in a whole bunch of people. Thank you, Mom, of course. I just don't put you in my videos, you know, but Mom, you're the best. And everybody knows it. All these people I've named so far, they know, all the ones that know you. Anyway. Debt Freeze, you know, so much in London. So many people in London, like Nick, the new guy I just met recently, who I should have met a long time ago, probably. So many unnamed people in Ottawa who don't want to be named. And that's okay. Tommy, you're my freaking guru. Man, thank you for showing up at the time that you did. Sylvain Henry, as weird as you are, you're awesome. No, and you know, because that's the thing, is you seem weird to everybody else because I think you know a lot more about how the Vatican's involved. So everybody thinks you're crazy because you just see the actual importance behind anything. So maybe that's how we get along. Why am I talking from a personal standpoint here? I'm just named off all the people recently in my life. Like, I'm forgetting everybody. Like, there's all these other people. I know there's so many other people that I'm forgetting. To be continued, if that's okay.